Şabıt sıylagan şalkar el şapalağın min demeşi.
Ол әкемді айтат десем мұны нағып. Білдім ғой құпияны бүгін анық. Екі нұрды шығарып сақынаған нұр үстіне нұр құлдау әй нұр отан.
Al avuz bulmay er қазақ, bir avuz bulsun мәңгілік.
Hello, I'm from Almaty. I lived here my whole life. My dad came here to study, but then he met his wife. And at the wedding party he joked to fam that first he fell for Almaty and only then for my mom. Almaty is a city that has both chic and soul. We have Meadow Mountain ice cream, the highest in the world.
Now greetings from Astana, or lately Nur Sultan, a young and growing capital at the heart of Kazakhstan. Our modern architecture was built by different folks. One street reminds of Beijing, another of New York. We see investments flowing and steadily they rise. What's growing in Almaty? Its population size. Not many things to visit, but many to observe. Our buildings are exquisite and fine with every curve. Long history isn't a reason to check up your living price, cause older doesn't mean better, as Astana today illustrates. We are using the best technology and Expo was hosted by us. How do you debate ecology when your air is 99% asai haya ho? Hey, 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 hey.
We used to be the capital before it went mainstream. We have more human capital and you have what? More fancy buildings. Your weird architecture from tons of foreign men was built to serve the strangers but never your own men. Almaty history stemmed from the Great Silk Road, while your city was built from scratch in the sheer step on the swamp. So how does it feel to live on the swamp? Astana takes impressive position in the world. One of the coldest capitals. You're really proud of this, cause I'm not. Your streets are wide and empty, each tourist carry dream. When urbanists come visit, they geniusly scream. And when they come weekends, we hike to the waterfalls, while you just take your money and hike to the shopping malls. Cause where else can you go? Cause where else can you go?
is what people don't see. Your mountains are surely high, but still lower than your self-esteem. It might be cold here and windy, but this isn't just what it takes to live in the coolest city, and you are just sissy snowflakes. You love entertainment events of all types. For sure, these things in Almaty surface. We may not abound with some bars and attractions, but we work and study with little attractions. Ay, hi, ho, ay, hey.
Whoa! I find your weakest points, like some populist party. Before you tell your case, I can already rebut it. You think your case will win, but hey, put out the candles, cause no one really buys you, just like Bernie Sanders. I generate arguments 24/7. So if you just wake me up, let's say at night, I'll give you 10 Ks with no prep, right? While you would require half of your life. Even after the briefing, you forget that you cannot knife. You call what you do an analysis extension, but I call it repetition with different expressions. You run your Marxist cases and think that they will hit like thunder, but we are not in Sweden, and you are not a Greta Thunberg. Name your case, it's legendary, but I'd say mythologic. Why don't you go watch some training on formal logic? So why don't you go watch some trainings on formal logic?
Hey, 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 hey. Your rebuttal consists of simple one-liners. My rebuttal destroys you before they start timer. With every tournament I get better, break higher. My speaks are breaking through the sky of nomad. I'm on fire. Breaking news, you are so deep in tap. I scrolled for an hour. Just take a break from speaking, recover from breakdown. 2K's file drags, you binge watched Breaking Bad with a cocktail, and I worked undercover for a Mexican cartel. Up to this day, PM speech scare. When I debate Brexit, Boris Johnson joins soon. In your speech there is no substantive, 7 minutes of status quo, and the best of your performance would still lose to Sleepy Joe. You have spent 3 years debating all arguments, but you still never with some real-time arguments, like who will wash the plates or where the case should be kept, 'cause no one gives you 50 minutes to prep.